Hey everybody, I'm Honda Pro Jason, and this is the new 2020 Honda Civic Type R and the new Boost Blue Pearl. I'm going to walk you guys all around the car, show you everything new for 2020, show you some tips and tricks, and show you some things that no one in the world has ever shown you on this car. So follow me, let's have some fun. The 2020 Civic Type R is owned by my friend William, and he has a couple of accessories on the car which I'll point out as we go along. Now the front end may look very similar to the older model, but there are some key differences.
They've increased the center grille 13% to allow for better airflow, and also updated the radiator core to allow for better cooling.
Sometimes on the track the cars were overheating a little bit. Honda wanted to address that. But what's interesting and a fun fact to know is when they changed this front grille, they changed the downforce and the aerodynamics of the car. So they had to change the front lip to make up for those lost downforce. And you'll see they've totally changed up these grills. They used to have this fake mesh grill. Now they have this solid grill. This spot here is actually cut out for the sound of the horn. And this is his accessory from Japan fog lights. Now if you come to the other side, you'll see something a little bit unique. Behind here, we now have Honda Sensing, and that's standard in every single Civic, which is going to include the Type R. So Honda Sensing, this car is going to have your adaptive cruise control, your lane keep assist, and your road departure warning, in addition to the auto high beam headlights. The cool thing about Honda's auto beam headlights is that the default is actually on the high mode when the high beams are on. And then when it detects light, it automatically turns it down to the low beams. So you don't have to keep turning them on and off every time. It automatically does it for you. Coming around to the side, he replaced the amber side markers with clear, replaced these wheels with 19-inch Titan 7 wheels, which I think look awesome. What I want to talk about though are the new brakes. These are actually a two-piece brake system now. What that's going to do is that's actually going to lower the amount of unsprung weight, 5 pounds, and it's also going to allow better cooling of the brakes for track use. And with the new brake booster, it's going to allow a quicker reaction time when you first hit the brakes, up to 17% quicker. It's a lot of the little changes for 2020. He added this red carbon on the mirror, but Honda has standard LED turn signals in the mirrors that they didn't have before, which I really, really like. And while you can't tell from the outside, the suspension has also been upgraded. I mean, who knew the car that once had the fastest title for the Nürburgring now has an even tighter suspension. The rear bushings and compliance bushings have also been updated. And the electronic active dampener system has an upgraded ECU that can now react to the road 10 times faster to hold you to the road and give you even better performance. And now for the rear of the car. He's replaced the stock taillights with his Mugen's taillight that has a sequential turn signal in it. He also has put on the accessory red carbon up here. Normally this is just black. He added the VTEC turbo sticker from Canada, which I think looks really cool. And this is what Honda's done. This is really interesting. If you come down here, you can see that Honda has removed the fake sensor back here. There used to be a parking sensor that Honda had, and this used to be a solid grill. Honda's made this a mesh grill. You can actually put your finger inside of this, which I think looks much better, and got rid of the fake parking sensor because there are no parking sensors in the car. And they added this little hockey stick looking piece that kind of breaks it up. I think it looks really nice. If you come across to the side here, you'll see the exhaust has not changed, but the sound of the exhaust has changed. What it's done is they actually put in a fake sounding exhaust that only you can hear inside the car. Before you guys freak out on this, just hear me out for a second. If you can hear where the car needs to be shifted, it'll make it much easier on the track to shift gears. So if you can hear the exhaust inside, which you couldn't really before, it'll make track driving and street driving much more enjoyable, which is what I think. Now, let's get into a tip and trick that most people in the world don't know about. You take a look at your Honda Key Fob. This is the same it's been on every Type R and every hatchback. You'll see 4 buttons here. There's a lock button, an unlock button, a button that has a picture of the trunk on it. What does that button that has the picture of the trunk on it do? Let me show you. So what this button does is it allows you to unlock the hatch only while keeping the other doors locked, and it only opens up the hatch one time. Let me show you. All the doors are locked. I'll press this button once. Watch what happens. You're allowed to open up the trunk one time. Now when you close that, go ahead and close it for me. And you try to reopen it, it automatically is locked. Kids that forgot something in the back hatch, and they're like, hey, listen, can you unlock the doors? You just have to press one button and walk away. You have to unlock the door and relock the door later. Pretty smart thinking, huh? Like most new cars, for weight savings, Honda didn't put a spare tire in the back of the car, but you can get an optional accessory spare tire. Let me show you what it looks like. You get a new cover like this with larger pieces of foam, the toolkit, and an actual full-size spare tire. How cool is that? And it fits in there perfectly. Inside, Honda made some pretty cool changes. This is now an Alcantara two-tone steering wheel, which is really, really nice looking. And they've also matched that with the shift boot with the same material. Now before, these are both leather and they didn't really match anything in the car, so it only makes sense that these are both suede now. And the shift knob. It's 90 grams weighted, so the shifts are much more precise. And the shifting, Honda hasn't said a lot about what they did, but you can tell that it's much tighter and it's much notchier than years before. So they've definitely done something inside the shifter. Now here's something interesting that a lot of people don't know about the parking brake. It's an electronic parking brake, which a lot of people aren't happy with. But let me tell you something cool with it. If you keep your eye on the parking brake, you don't have to disengage it. If your seatbelt's on, it's engaged now because the light is on. I'm going to put the car in gear, and now all I have to do is take my foot off the clutch. It automatically disengages. Watch this. Convenient, right? A nice little tip and trick. And then onto the screen. This screen is going to be a little bit different because now Honda has what they call a data log R. And this is going to show you all the information about your engine, all your temperatures, all your fuels, all your pressures. Everything's going to show up right here on the screen, which is amazing. They've never had this before. And in addition to that, it'll also track your track times. So you'll have track times, it'll know smoothness, it'll know how quick you are, where you can improve on the track, and it all goes through the data of the computer. Now it's hooked up through Honda's GPS, and then they compare it to professional Honda racers. So you can actually see on whatever track you are in America, you can see how you're doing compared to a professional driver, and then you can take that information, you can analyze it, you can see where you can improve. What makes it even better is all of that information can now be downloaded to your phone, either Apple or your Android. And this is brand new for 2020. The system should be live late summer of 2020. And this is something people have been waiting for a while. I mean, Honda made a track car for the road. You might as well put all the track information in the car too, which I think is just phenomenal. Here's another cool tip and trick. Have you ever gotten up to your car, grabbed the door handle, and only the driver's door opened, and all your passengers grabbed their door handles and you said, wait a second, let me let you in? Here's a way to get around that. If you go to your vehicle screen, and you go to Vehicle, and you go to Keyless Access Setup, you go to Door Unlock Mode. When you switch this to all doors, and press yes, when you grab the driver's side door, all the doors unlock, not just the driver's side, and everyone can get in the car all at once. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned a little something. I want to say a big thank you out to my friend William. He lent me this Type R for the video, and William is a diehard Honda fan because this isn't his only Type R. Check this out. He has a 2000 Integra Type R that is completely gorgeous. So thank you, William. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'm the Honda Pro, and now you're in the know.